a two-part Tiger Talk today. We had our 4-H shooting sports. My thanks to Rhonda Jewell, 4-H agent, coordinator Mindy Morgan, and Matt Hallam, participant with Caldwell County 4-H shooting sports. Have the pleasure of welcoming now to the WPKY studios Mr. Nate Huggins. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ty. How are you?
Wonderful, sir. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for the invitation. I truly appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Mr. Huggins is the superintendent of Caldwell County Schools, and fairly new to that position, but has settled right in, and we are so glad you're here, and welcome, sir.
Well, thank you very much. I just would like to welcome everyone to the new school year for 2018, 2019. Promises to be a year filled with golden opportunities for our kids. Classrooms will be alive, a rigorous curriculum for our kids to make sure they can fulfill their fullest potential. I'm honored to be the superintendent of this great school district. It's got a great tradition. We have a fabulous school board. I want to thank Mike Traylor, Bill Clift, Tim Kennedy, Susan Knight, and Kim Jackson for this great opportunity that they've given me to lead this school district. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce myself and my family. First and foremost, I'm a Christian. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a grandfather. My wife, Vicki, and I have 4 adult kids.
Wow.
We have one daughter, Kimberly, and 3 sons, Tommy, Patrick, and Brandon. Tommy is a systems engineer in Tampa, Florida. My son Patrick is a systems engineer in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, so they have similar backgrounds in education and professional opportunities. And Brandon, my youngest son, is a police officer of 10 years. He's a sergeant in the E-Town Police Department.
Okay.
We have 6 grandchildren. 5 granddaughters, 1 grandson, and we have 1 grandson on the way. Patrick is expecting his 2nd child, and we're excited about that. We have 3 fur babies, Sadie, Cooper, and Lucy, but God has truly blessed our family. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful, the family that I have and that I'm with. And this family, bringing the Caldwell County family into our family is just special.
Yes,
it really
sir.
is. I look for a positive year together. We want to extend a special year-long invitation to our families to join our school activities, events when possible. We need to stay in the know of your child or what's going on with their activities or academics. If you ever have a question, please go to our website. And if we cannot help, you can't find the answer there, please dial 325-8000 and ask for the person that is responsible for taking care of that action. There's a few concerns I want everybody to understand that when they come back to school on the 15th of August. We're having the ATC renovation that everybody knows. It's going to be a great facility for our students to go in there and learn current technologies for a job that could carry them through their life. But it's going to cause major traffic issues the first month of school. So my recommendation to all the parents is please put your child on a school bus. That will alleviate a lot of problems for you and also for school personnel getting your kid to school on time. Jimmy Dyer, the transportation director, asked me this morning as I was walking out the door, said, make sure you let parents know to be at the bus stop 5 minutes before the bus gets there, because if they don't ride, the bus could get there sooner than it's expected. So be at the bus stop 5 minutes before we get there. There's much to be excited about when we return to our schools. The custodians and staff have cleaned our schools. I think we've got the best custodial staff in the state of Kentucky. I really think I know we do. If you go out there, you could almost see your image in the floor. It's as shiny as it is. They've cleaned it up. It's looking wonderful. Sam Hawk does a great job for our school district for facilities.
Really does.
And all the building principals have gotten everything online. I think we've got a couple of spots still we need to fill. A paraprofessional at the elementary school, and we've got a handle on the guidance counselor for the middle school, but we're still working through the paperwork to get the contract complete.
Okay.
I don't know. One of the things that we need to do this school year is work on the safety of our students. With all the school shootings that have gone on across the nation and most recently in Marshall County in the state of Kentucky, safety is the utmost importance of all superintendents across Kentucky.
You have a training coming up, don't you?
We have an active shooter training on the 8th for our faculty and staff. which we need to do that, and the first responders will be a part of that training. And we're also numbering our windows and doors to be sure we have the safest environment for all our kids. There will be some new procedures online for people to follow to come into our school buildings. They'll ask, what's your business, state your business. Even though that they may know you from looking at the camera, they're still going to ask you what your business is to make sure that the situation's safe.
They might have not known you for 25 or 30 years, but that's just going to be the procedure.
It's going to be a procedure in every school, and it may take a little longer to get into school. They're not just going to say, "Hey, I'm Billy, I'm here,"
and pop the button.
Yeah. We're going to ask a few questions, and if you're going to stay in the school, we're going to ask you to give your car keys at the desk, so that when you come back out, you'll check out the building, so you won't walk out another door. We'll know you're in the building. Do your purpose while you're there, come back and get your car keys, and then you can go back to your car. We're going to look at all safety procedures. We're looking at cameras to put new cameras in every doorway of every school. We've got a safety report given to us by Kentucky Center for School Safety. We're following their recommendations, and we've got a plan to implement that over the course of the year.
Who's coordinating your school safety training?
That's Jimmy Dyer. Jimmy Dyer's doing that.
Oh, okay.
He's the safety coordinator for our school district.
Okay.
Does an excellent job.
And then that will be with local first responders,
and all the
staff
on the 8th of August. Look forward to it. We've had it in other schools that I've been a part of, and you cannot practice that enough. You really can't. I mean, we have lockdown drills that we're required by the state every year to conduct those each semester. And the more that we do that and we involve the kids in exactly what they're supposed to do in case that situation should happen in Caldwell County schools, we're prepared for it, at least the best we can.
Yes, sir.
And we worked out, we're working on the SRO agreement to get that finalized for this school year with the mayor. And I believe we've got that direction online, and it will be complete, and there will be an SRO in the school building on the 15th of August, which is needed. And it's unfortunate today in today's society that we have to have a school resource officer, but with things that have gone on, it's something that we have to have.
Yes, sir.
I just want to put out an encouragement to all the kids to open up your eyes and try to find a path through your life. I waited a little bit too long in school to determine what I was going to do.
I think many of us did.
When I got to college, I thought I was going to, I went into psychology. I thought I was going to do that. And I spent 2 semesters I think lost because I didn't have a direction when I was in high school or even middle school, trying to find out what I want to do in life. Try to get your career path early. We have the ATC that's going to, like I said, it's going to be remodeled and be brought up to current specs, current standards, and that'll be a great facility. We've got a new plumbing position in that building, which is going to offer an opportunity for some kids that do not want to go to the college route but want to have a skill or occupation.
Right.
That they can walk out the door being certified to do that.
And have a wonderful living.
Have a wonderful living at $20+ an hour. A lot of high school students can't walk into that type of opportunity. Right. If they can just take advantage of what we have at the ATC, that will open their eyes. But establishing what they want to do in their life early, and we have great educators in our buildings that can help you discuss those opportunities if you feel you want to go a certain path or not. If we can't find the answer, we can get the answer for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and we need to compliment the staffs at all the schools. We're blessed here in this county with dedicated educators.
We have excellent administrators and teachers in every building. I mean, the Lord has truly blessed me bringing me here. He really has. He's opened up a door for us to help lead the school district to better things, and I would like to have the notoriety that Caldwell County Schools has moved up 5 points as far as 5 positions on the rankings in the state of Kentucky based on our test scores and our student success. We can do that.
Sure.
I mean, we're currently studying a book called The Butterfly Effect. I don't know if you've ever looked at that book, but it's about all motion makes a difference in the world today. If you have a chance, go on the internet and look on Google and about the butterfly effect and see what you mean and what your movement does, and because it matters. Everybody's movement matters.
Sure.
And every teacher that we have matters. No
doubt.
matter what we do in our life, it can affect the child's life for their eternity.
No doubt.
I like to talk about Coach John Barry. When I was in school, my dad died when I was 8 years old. We were in Germany. My dad was in the service. And we came back from Germany. My mother didn't have an education. She was from England, couldn't drive. She couldn't cook. My dad was a mess sergeant, so I looked at a Mermite can growing up
Wow.
when I was a kid. And I was as big as I am now in the 8th grade. So you can say, but the coach came down to my front yard, and I was out in the front yard playing with a couple of neighbor kids in the 8th grade, and he says, or 7th grade, excuse me. And he said, your mother said that you could play football, get in the car. She did? Yeah. He said, get in the car. So, and he lived up the street from me. He was a high school line coach. So I got in the car. I went to practice, and I didn't like it. It's hot and a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I didn't go back the next day. Well, he shows up the next day.
Get in the car.
He said, you didn't understand what I told you. Get in the car, and I don't want you missing practice again. Because he took the time out and saw the potential that I had, that I didn't know that I had. I ended up getting a football scholarship at Western.
Wow.
And I got to play with Dennis Tomick and Pat Gates.
Yes.
And, it provided me a college education that I probably wouldn't have gotten if he hadn't taken the time. So then
He recognized something.
recognized
in you, didn't
something just because of my size.
he? Right.
I don't think he knew.
And he pulled it out of you.
He pulled it out of me, and he molded me over the course of
Right.
of those 6 years in school, because I didn't have a father figure in my life.
Right.
So every teacher can affect every student in a way that will change their life forever. And John Barrett, I spoke at his funeral last year. And one thing I didn't know, of course, he was sent. I believe he was sent by God to take care of me, but I didn't know that his birthday was the same as mine until I was reading his eulogy
Isn't that something?
at the funeral. But he had a purpose in my life that I didn't know, and our teachers don't know what purposes they have in every child that they educate every single day.
No doubt about
And
it.
it is absolutely imperative.
And that's the kind of impact that they're making here in Caldwell County schools.
I guarantee they are. They're pushing a lot of kids that they can come back, especially the ones that are graduating college now, can come back and say, my principal, Christy Phelps, she pushed me in a direction that really helped me in college.
Yeah.
Or Ronnie Martin in the elementary. You just don't know what you do for kids.
That's right. Oh, I can name several off the top of my head, but it's fantastic. Now, as we get started in this school year, I guess the main hiccup as far as the transportation aspect in Caldwell County is always, and I think I've got planning on having Mr. Dyer in right before we get rolling on this. But again, the ATC renovation is the big deal. Really up as far as traffic, because it's going to change
a
lot.
major backlash for traffic. Now,
so if you're out there listening, do listen to Mr. Huggins here.
Please make sure that you put your child on the bus. I know you like to take your children the first day of school, but put them on the bus the first month of school until we can get some of this ATC cleaned up, and they're going to repave the road, and we're going to widen the road in the back of the school to make sure we have room between the car riders and the buses to travel safely. But there's going to be a lot of work going on, a lot of workers that could be in front of you that you don't look up and you see. It could cause an accident.
Right. Well, that's narrow back through there.
It's narrow back there anyway, and it probably does have a lot of light. I haven't seen it that early in the morning yet, but I will.
Yeah.
But knowing that the construction is going on, I just encourage all parents to put their children on the bus and be at that bus stop 5 minutes ahead of time.
Exactly. And, of course, fall sports practices and everybody gearing up in full swing right now. We've got a football scrimmage coming up on the 10th, and then our first game on the 17th, and lots of probably got a few soccer scrimmages out there, and our soccer season and volleyball getting underway. So, but big fall sports.
It's going to happen, and we're excited about it.
Yes,
but
sir.
I really need the community's help on this transportation issue. Yeah. And I really need, if you see anything that's unsafe, if you see a student, or you hear something on Facebook or Twitter,
right,
or you read something on the internet that a kid is maybe he has some depression, he needs some help, please let somebody in the school know that, so we can get some assistance to that student,
right,
or get assistance to that situation, so we can head something off at the pass that something doesn't tragically happen.
Exactly.
we're going to work on a tip line. We do have a stop tip line site now on our website that anybody can go to and do an anonymous complaint or whatever, for what's going on, update for a situation. But we're also going to look at a safe line hotline, helpline for students and parents and community members to look at. I've sent an email to Mr. Dyer and Ms. Proud this morning asking them to see what we can do to implement that on our website. It may take us a while to get it done, but I think more that we can do in that area for safety that parents can look at, the better. I mean, you can go to the Kentucky School for Center for School Safety on their website. Just type that in the Google search engine, and it's got a lot of helpful papers there that can help direction for those activities.
And we want to encourage listeners, too, to take advantage of the website. There are links. If you go to the Caldwell County Schools website, there are links to all the schools.
Right.
And get connected with the schools because, there's information from time to time that you might need. And, of course, I'm assuming you're going to continue with Infinite Campus for students.
Yeah, it's there. And the parents, they don't have a sign-in login name, they can get a hold of Bruce McAllister.
Right.
And he'll be glad to set you up an account where you can check your students' grades or attendance.
Exactly.
They may get on the bus. But there's, I found that in my old job, I was a truancy officer. I found out the kids got on the bus, but for some reason they met their buddy at school, and they decided to go someplace else.
Right.
And weren't in school. So the parents can
you
check
get a
on
notice
that.
there.
You get a notice there
Yes.
to see if your son or daughter's in school.
Exactly.
So please use that.
Yeah, utilize all those capabilities. Our school system has many utilities in place to keep you informed of your child's education, and highly suggest you get connected and stay in touch.
Oh, I guarantee you. And that website's got all kind of information. You can get on the website and send emails to the teachers if you need to. Please, by all means, do that.
Okay.
I'm elated about this opportunity. I get up in the middle of the night just thinking about, well, maybe I should do this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just a lot of information flowing through, and I'm currently in a superintendent cohort 7 course that the KSA runs to be sure that we get all the input and we have all the tools in our kit bag to help guide the instruction and to help all students and to make everybody successful.
Right. And you're blessed with a good school board too. That's right
our
there
school
with you.
board is absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
And for the we have three applicants that have put their name in for Susan Knight's vacancy.
Right.
You need to go ahead and put in for the election. I called the state the other day about
if anybody's
you need to go ahead and put your name in on the ballot for the election in November. Since we have more than one, you need to file for that so that they can that seat can be filled through the election process.
Okay.
So if you're listening today, please do
and
that.
That's District 3, correct?
There's 3 right now that I have. There may be more before the 14th of August, but the 14th of August they need to file with the clerk to run in that election, and I hope that they do.
Good deal.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
that's all I can tell you.
You should be.
I am. I'm thrilled for the opportunity to. I've been out. I've talked to the football team. I've talked to the coaches. I've told them that
you're still kind of on the whirlwind tour,
I'm on
aren't
a
you?
whirlwind tour, trying to make sure that I don't miss anything.
Right.
Talk with the band director, trying to if you like to donate to a worthy cause, please donate to our band. They work awful hard. They're kind of self-sufficient, so if you can help the band in any way. If you know anybody that works on trailers, I've got a trailer for the band trailer needs to have a leak fix. So I'm looking for some place to take that 18 foot or 53 foot trailer to
the big one.
Fix the big one.
Yeah.
It's got a leak to it, and leaks with the band instruments don't work very well.
No, sir. It's been around for a while. That
yes,
one has.
Yeah, it really has. So we got to do some policing of that trailer. But anything that you can, there's a lot of different opportunities to provide donations to the school. And if you feel you have that in your heart to do that, please contact me and I'll help you direct those funds someplace else.
365-8000, and we encourage anyone. Our Caldwell County School Board meetings are open to the public, and if you want to know what's going on in your school system, there's even a place for public comment each and every school board meeting.
Right.
But we encourage you to come and listen and participate and learn what's going on.
That's the third
be
Monday
involved.
of every month,
That's
7
right.
o'clock at the Butler Auditorium.
Yep.
Please come and provide your input or just listen to what's going on with our school district.
Sure.
because we leave no stone unturned. We look at everything to be sure that we're smart about the money that we're spending. We're doing what's right for kids. We're keeping them safe, and we're giving them the best education platform we can give them.
Awesome.
Also, the site-based members, the site-based has a meeting every month, too.
That's correct.
You're welcome to attend those, and I encourage you to attend the site-based meetings so you'll know what's going on in your child's school.
And those are published as well.
Those are published as well if you want to see the minutes. If you'd like to see any minute that are available that you haven't read, please let me know, and I'll get those to you. It's just an absolutely, I can't wait. We have opening day for teachers on the 13th.
As I say, it's coming up here.
It's coming up. We sent out 250 invitations to previous employees that retired to come back and have breakfast with us on the 13th. We'll have everybody meet at the high school. We'll have breakfast. We'll have a short talk. I'm not going to keep them very long. Tell them how wonderful they are and how grateful I am to work with them. I learned so much from all the new teachers that I've met so far, and the transition down here has been seamless for me.
Great.
And I can't thank all the faculty and staff for what they've done to help my transition.
Right. And I've seen a lot of excited teachers. I've seen them in their classrooms on Facebook and getting ready, especially at that elementary and primary school level. And everybody seems pretty excited about a really good year.
Well, we're going to have a great year. We really are. I mean, it's and I work on one premise. There's no I in team. We're all on the same team. And I like bottom-up approach, and I told all during the admin meeting, all the administrators the other day on Monday, that I expect them to be upfront and honest with me. I don't like a yes person. I like the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Give it to me straight, and if you think I won't like it, that's okay. I like it that way. I like you to be direct with me when we address a situation, especially when it comes to the education of our kids. There's nothing more. We have the most important job in the free world today, because we can't have the next president of the United States if we don't educate them. We can't have the next police chief. We can't have the next mayor. We can't have the next governor unless we do our job here and give them a foundation that they can walk through their life with.
That's right.
I mean, it's truly a remarkable profession. I used to think that 22 years I spent in the military was the profession that everybody should be in, and we all should serve our country. I'm grateful for that opportunity. But as I've been in the last 20 years in this profession, I can see that this by far is the most important one that anybody can have to shape the future for all people of this world in this country.
There's probably no doubt about that. And just welcome to Caldwell County.
Well, thank you very much, Ty, for this opportunity.
Looks like you're settling in well.
I'm excited. I really am. I can't tell you. I do have a face for radio. But we're excited about this opportunity.
And I think we're planning on you coming back and being here at least once a month to kind of give us an update.
Kind of an update for school news. I like to bring some other people with me.
Sure.
I might bring Ms. Weitzel with me to talk about curriculum.
Sure.
May bring Mr. Hawk with me to talk about facilities.
That's fantastic.
Or Mr. Dyer with me to talk about transportation issues. We're still looking for bus drivers. If you like to drive a bus, that's a great profession. You can get up and work in the morning and then go to another job, come back and do in the afternoon.
That's
get your health insurance paid for. I mean, that's a great,
pretty good deal.
It's a pretty good deal. It's a sweet deal. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
But I can't thank you enough for giving me the opportunity to come down and talk.
Yes, sir. It's been our pleasure, and we certainly thank you and look forward to future shows with you and your staff.
Thank you very much.
And have a fantastic 2018-2019.
Well, we will. May God bless you.
Same to you.
Thank you.
That's going to wrap up this edition of Tiger Talk this morning. Pleasure of welcoming our Caldwell County School Superintendent Nate Huggins into the WPKY studios, and looking forward to a fantastic year at Caldwell County Schools. And be sure you tune in as Mr. Huggins and staff will be in from time to time to give us updates of what's going on in our Caldwell County school system. So thanks to Nate Huggins and our previous guest, Rhonda Jewell, 4-H Extension Agent, to Mindy Morgan, and to Mr. Matt Hallam. We're just a few minutes in front of the hour. Stick around. We've got the Sideline Report with Todd Griffin coming up on your hometown radio station, WPKY The Tiger.
Get ready for back to school with Health First Community Health Center.